Hello everyone, today I'm talking about the 5 most common mistakes I keep seeing everyone making. I've had the luxury to help a couple people out and get started with their AI journey, and there is a couple things I keep noticing. Let's solve them so you don't make the same mistakes. First up, let's talk about that classic blunder, being too vague. Imagine asking your friend, get me some food. You might end up with literally anything from a gourmet meal to a packet of chips. The same goes with AI. Let me give you a quick example to show you what I mean. Instead of saying, tell me about your cars, try something like this. Provide an overview of major technological advancements in electric cars over the past decade. Focus on battery efficiency and autonomous driving features. Do you see the difference? The second prompt is giving the AI clear directions, helping it generate a more useful and focused response. Mistake number 2. People are overloading with irrelevant information. I feel like we've all been guilty of this, rambling on with unnecessary details in your day-to-day life. But here's the thing, while context is important, too much irrelevant info can send your AI companion off on a wild goose chase. Let's do an example. Check out this overloaded prompt. I've been a teacher for 20 years and I love dogs. Can you help me create a lesson plan about photosynthesis for my 7th grade science class? Also, my favorite color is blue and I drink coffee every morning. I'm like, okay, now whoa there. I actually don't care about most of that stuff. I'm happy for you, but I don't need it. Let's trim that down. You could say something like this instead. Create a lesson plan about photosynthesis for a 7th grade science class. Include key concepts, a hands-on activity, and maybe a short assessment. Now that is a prompt. It's so much better, right? We've cut all the fluff and focused on what is actually important. Alrighty, mistake number 3 I keep noticing is going to be ignoring AI's limitations. And this also is just not even knowing them in general as well. This is a big one because it's really easy to forget that AI, as amazing as it is, actually has some limits. For instance, most of them can't access real-time information. Also, before the chassis and robots come into this world, they actually can't do anything in the real world or have a personal experience. These are actually all very key, depending on what prompt you're trying to do. An example of this would be saying, what's the current stock price of Apple? Buy 100 shares if it is under 150. This is a no-go. Let's do this instead. You could say, hey, explain how to check the current stock price of Apple and the process of placing a buy order for 100 shares through a brokerage account. There's a very, very big difference in this. Prompt acknowledges that the AI has limitations. We're not asking it to do something it can't, while still getting extremely valuable information. Just because it can't do it doesn't mean it can't help us through that process. I have it guide me through everything I don't know how to do, step by step by step, and I don't move on until it's ready or I'm ready. Alright, mistake number 4. Failing to iterate and refine your prompts. I really feel like this is where the real magic comes in the iteration stage. The key to great prompting is refining your approach based on your AI's response. Let's say you start off with, write a tagline for a new smartphone. You might get something generic like, unleash the power of innovation. This is not quite what I wanted, so I'm going to refine it. Instead, I'm going to say, create a catchy tagline for a new smartphone targeting eco-conscious millennials. The phone's key features are its recycled material and energy-efficient design. Alrighty, now we're talking. This actually might give us something a lot better. It could do something like green tech, clean future, the smartphone that cares for you and your planet. Tailored to you, it was refined, and you let it know, hey, that was okay, but let's do this. Let's add this. Last but not least, mistake number 5 is actually neglecting the ethical considerations. It's really crucial to consider the potential impacts of your prompts and the AI's responses. You must avoid prompts that could lead to harmful or discriminatory content. For example, instead of asking for an article about why vaccines are dangerous, you would say it like this. Provide an objective overview of vaccine safety, include scientific consensus, potential side effects, and the importance of herd immunity. Now that is a much better way to handle a touchy subject. This example promotes responsible use of AI and helps ensure that the information you receive is balanced and factual. All right, and there you have it. Those are the 5 most common mistakes I keep seeing everyone making. Real quick rehash. Number 1, you must be specific, never vague. Number 2, you're going to stay relevant and avoid information overload. Number 3, understand AI's limitations. It can't do everything yet. Number 4 is iterate and refine your prompts. Hone them in over time. They get better and better and better, and that's how you learn the most too. And then number 5 is going to be always consider those ethics when asking your questions. It actually does affect the outputs. Alrighty, by keeping this in mind, you will be well on your way to become a prompting pro. If you want to take all your education to the next level, see us over at our Real School, SKOOL by Hermosi. We'll answer all your questions, help you build GPTs, and just take you to the next level. We have much more content there. Have a great day.